There are approximately 15,000 foreign adoptees in Denmark, most of whom come from Korea. Didi and Marie arrived in Denmark in 1980 at the age of 12 months, and I asked them, when did they first know that they were adopted?
Well, I don't know about you, but I found out when I was 2 years old, and it was a birthday, and we were sitting in the garden with our mom and dad. And I looked up in the sky, and my mom told us that was an airplane.
That's right, I remember
And
that
most
as well.
small children come with a Danish bird called, what do you call that?
It's a really big bird.
Stork.
Stork, yes, exactly. And my mom told us, most people come with the stork, but you two got in an airplane. Or came from an airplane.
You came flying with
in
an airplane. Yeah.
So,
When we were 11 years old, we got a letter from the adoption center in Denmark saying that if we wanted to have contact, if there would have been any letters, we could contact the adoption center and they would send post if there was any. And at that time, I've always had a difficult time being adopted.
and I was very curious about it.
And I said I don't want anything. And then didn't have any other choice than to go along with me and say, okay, fine.
No, because I felt like if we're going to do this, we're going to do this together. And we're only 11 years old.
But in 1999, I called up the adoption center and asked if there was any mail for us. And there was, from our grandfather, who had written a New Year's letter when we were 11 years old. And it'd been lying there just waiting for us, where he said that he was sorry and he was so ashamed and we had to behave ourselves.
Yeah.
And said thanks to our parents today. And that was just it.
Yes.
And then we contacted this bureau who had been translating the letter into English and said, is he alive today? And they came back to us and said that he was alive and our biological father, had remarried. We had a biological big brother and a little brother that was...
This is a full brother.
A full brother and a
big
half brother.
Yeah.
And it came as a shock to our biological father because he never knew of it. And he would contact us again. And he never did.
So you felt like you were different, but that wasn't like a bad thing.
It was at a point for me where I was very interested in Malcolm X. And I was only 14 years old or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but I just really felt that connection about being different and racism, and even though I'd never really experienced racism in that way they did in the 30s and 40s, I just I found something with Malcolm X where I could really, feel what he had been going through. Because of course we have experienced racism, but never in that degree with the KKK or anything. But we have experienced racism, of course we have.
Well, more power to your sister.
Wow. You just weren't that bothered, were you?
No, it never bothered me. I never thought about it. Not that much. I never got in touch with the feeling of being adopted, and I can't explain it. It's just different. It's not like I don't care about it. It's just that I can't relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it like, who am I? Am I a Danish girl or am I a Korean girl? Because I am a Danish girl. In my mind and in my heart. Because I don't know anything else.
Well,
What
just
was
tell me.
most hurtful to me was one of my family, in my Danish family, asked me and Marie, don't you just feel so, what's the word for it? Don't
Grateful.
you feel grateful?
Yeah. A lot of people say that. You
I
have to
was
be.
just like,
You have to be grateful for your life.
Grateful?
Thank your parents for think about the life they have given you.
Yeah.
No. They have not given us anything at all.
Yes. Our new parents.
Yeah. I'm talking about our biological parents have not given us anything whatsoever.
That's where we're not
Yeah.
agreeing. But sure, I would like to meet my parents or know why did you give us up. I am sure that there's a very good reason for that.
The adult side of me, of course, says, yeah, of course, and we have a better life. But the little childish Marie says, why did you give me up? I don't understand that. How can you give your children up? There will never be a reason that's good enough for me, because I would never give my child up.
And how often do you ask yourself this? Is this
Every day.
really?
Not for me.
Every day.
You're very different. Anyhow, we went to an orphanage